Hello everyone. A warm welcome to English class. I am your presenter Dimpy Khurana, working as English Mistress at Government High School Alachor in district S.B.S. Nagar. Dear students, in today's session we are going to conclude our previous topic, that is the play from class 9, and the name of the play is The King Who Limped, written by Monica Thorne. Dear students, in previous session we have done its reading in two parts, and in today's session we will conclude it along with its learning and remaining question answers. So without any delay, let's start. First of all, let's recapitulate our previous session so that your memory remains fresh. We will recapitulate this topic with question answers. The very first question is, how did the previous king die? Dear students, listen carefully and apply your mind. First question, how did the previous king die? Next, what the Prime Minister did when he went up to the throne? Next question, what excuse did the Prime Minister give for his limping? Next, what excuse did the Chancellor give for his limping? And next question is, what excuse did the second lady give for his limping? Next, what did the first neighbor say about the dog? What did the courtier suggest? Who advised to divide the dog in two parts? Who was declared guilty and punished? Last but not the least, what were the two reasons of punishment? So, dear students, hope you can do these questions very easily. Think over it. Yay, here are the answers. How did the previous king die? Yes, he died due to his old age, right? Next is, what the Prime Minister did when he went up to the throne? He kissed the king's hand. Next question, what excuse did the Prime Minister give for his limping? And its answer is, he told that he had a cramp in his leg. Next, what excuse did the Chancellor give for his limping? And its answer is, he told that he had rheumatism. And next question, what excuse did the second lady give for his limping? Yes, and the right answer is, she told that she had a sprained ankle. Question number 6. What did the first neighbor say about the dog? And its answer is, he said that he found the dog starving in the street. Next, what did the courtier suggest? And the right answer is he suggested to keep the dog with the king. Next question, who advised to divide the dog in two parts? Yes, and the right answer is First Lady. Next question, who was declared guilty and punished? And the right answer is first neighbor was declared guilty and sent to prison. Next, what were the two reasons of punishment? And answer is first was breach of peace and second was stealing of dog. Dear students, these are the questions which are related with the recapitulation. Now, let's do pre-reading activities, and here we will do word meanings. The first word is innocent. Innocent means not guilty. Next, seize. It means hold. Next word is severely. It means harshly or angrily. Next is interrupting. It means saying something to stop other person from saying. And next is rheumatism. It means any disorder that causes stiffness and pain in joints. Next word is ridiculous. It means very silly or unreasonable. Next word is rubbish. It means something that you think silly. Flatter means butter up. Say nice words that a person does not deserve in order to gain something. Next word is striding. It means to walk with long steps. Snatch. It means to seize something. Next word is honest. It means genuine or truthful, or you can say creditable. Next word is gossip. It means talk about other people which is unkind and untrue. Next word is audience. It means meeting. Next is over. It means ended. Next word is staring. It means gazing. And next is amazement. It means overwhelming surprise. So, dear students, these are the word meanings. Now, we will continue with textual reading. The King Who Limped. Prime Minister. But, Your Majesty, if I may suggest. King. Go on, suggest. Prime Minister. You are still not certain that this man is not the rightful owner of the dog. And King, interrupting impatiently. Oh, yes, I am. This other man is the rightful owner of the dog. He is fond of his dog and could not bear to see it harmed. To the second neighbor, take your dog home now, and on your way out, call in at the palace kitchen and tell the cook to give you a bone for him, but not a chicken bone. Chicken bones are bad for the little fellow. Second neighbor, thank you, Your Majesty. He turns to go out but is stopped by the Prime Minister, who takes him by the shoulders and walks him to the door backwards. Chancellor, the late king would have punished both for being a nuisance and had the dog destroyed. King, I'm not the late king, I'm the new king, meaningly, as you will soon discover. Have you still got rheumatism? Chancellor, yes, Your Majesty. The king rises, takes off his bowler hat, and puts it on the throne, then walks quite naturally up to the Chancellor. King, have you still got rheumatism? Chancellor, no, Your Majesty, the air pain is going off. King, eh, so the pain is going off? I thought so. Why are you wearing a bowler hat? It looks ridiculous. Chancellor, because it is a sunny day, as you yourself said, Your Majesty. He bows deeply, and his bowler hat, which is much too small for him, falls off and is picked up by the courtier, who hangs it on the back of the throne. King, rubbish, you limped because I limped, and you wore a bowler hat because I wore one. It is pouring with rain, but you say it is a sunny day because I said it was a sunny day. You, my dear Chancellor, are what is politely known as a sycophant. Second Lady, what is a sycophant? King, you are, and the Chancellor is, and the Prime Minister. You all tried to flatter me by imitating all the foolish things I did. Prime Minister, it is usual to agree with the king, Your Majesty. King, striding up to him. Usual? Rubbish. Because if a thing is usual, does it mean that it is sensible or right? If I do stupid things, is it any reason why you should do them? The king snatched the bowler hat off the Prime Minister's head and hands it to the courtier, who hangs it on the other side of the throne. I put on a limp and wore a funny hat to find out if there were any honest people in this court. I have found two. Second Lady, we are honored, Your Majesty. King, oh, I didn't mean you. You, to the courtier, are honest. You can become my Prime Minister. Perhaps together we shall be able to settle a few little wars. And you, to the First Lady, are honest too. You are made Chief Lady in waiting. Perhaps then there will be less gossip in the palace. Second Lady. But I'm Chief Lady in waiting, Your Majesty. King. So much standing on your feet must tire you when you have a sprained ankle. You had better go home and rest it well. Two heralds who have returned and stand one on either side of the door waiting for orders. Take those bowlers' hats and put them in the town museum. The audience is over. The king walks out, followed by the page and the heralds carrying the bowler hat. The other remain staring at one another in amazement as the curtain falls. Dear students, this is the whole textual reading. As we have learnt this play, dear students, it is a simple, humorous play and it makes fun of people who try to please others by flattery. They have no worth of their own, and such people don't deserve the position they hold. As you know, this play opens in the audience room of the king's palace, and there are different characters, and none of them has seen the new king before, and they are anxious to meet him. Of the two ladies in waiting, the first lady is tall and slim, and second is short and fat, as we have discussed their description earlier, right? So in next scene, the sound of a trumpet is heard. Both the Prime Minister and the Chancellor try to look important and take positions on other side of the throne. The king enters with the blowing of trumpets and he's wearing a bowler hat and walks with a big limp, right? Then along with him there are two persons and a page, and these two persons are neighbors. Each of them is holding a chain attached to a dog's collar. The king goes up to the throne. Everybody looks astonished at the king's unusual appearance. Actually, the matter was that both the neighbors were fighting regarding the dog, right? So, at the end of the play, the king gave the justice to both the neighbors. So, this is the all about the play, right? So, dear students, hope you enjoyed this textual reading. Now, let's move to next. In post reading activities, here we will do learning from the play. Though this is a humorous play, as I have earlier told you, that it makes fun of people who try to please others by flattery. But The King Who Limped is a satirical drama which criticizes the sycophancy and emphasizes the value of justice for society. It is a simple and humorous play written in a highly meaningful and effective way. We learned that sycophancy has no worth of its own. Sycophants don't deserve the position they hold. They just use flattery as a tool to maintain their position. They rely upon buttering instead of working efficiently. These types of people are an interruption in the growth of others and also harmful for the society. The play makes fun of the people who try to please others by flattery, and in the end of the play, the king shows them their real face and place they deserved. That through the dispute between neighbors, its tactful handling and resolution by the king, the play also emphasizes upon the need and value of justice for society. The character of king also shows that how the man in authority must be more responsible, dutiful, tactful, vigilant, and unbiased. Due to all these qualities, the king arose as the most favorite character of the play. Dear students, in post reading activities, now we will do the remaining question answers. Please listen carefully these questions, and you need to keep a notebook and pen along with you and write these questions in your notebooks. Question is, why did the king send the first neighbor to prison? I am repeating the question. Why did the king send the first neighbor to prison? Next question is, why was the king not pleased with the chancellor and the prime minister? I am repeating, why was the king not pleased with the chancellor and the prime minister? Next question is, how was the first lady rewarded? How was the first lady rewarded? Next is, why were the courtiers amazed at the king's behavior? Why were the courtiers amazed at the king's behavior? Dear students, you need to write the answers of these questions. Think over it, and you can do it easily if you heard the whole text very carefully. And I hope that you enjoyed this text and you listened it thoroughly. Yes, do it. Take your time, and afterwards we will match your answers. Okay, let's know about these answers. Question is, why did the king send the first neighbor to prison? And its answer is, the king sent the first neighbor to prison for breaching the peace by fighting in the street and for lying about the ownership of the dog. Next question, why was the king not pleased with the chancellor and the prime minister? And the right answer is, the king saw that both of them were sycophants and their suggestions relating to the dispute between the neighbors were also foolish ones. So the king was not pleased with them. Next question. How was the first lady rewarded? And its answer is she was made the chief lady in waiting. Next, why were the courtiers amazed at the king's behavior? And its answer is the courtiers had thought the king to be a clownish fool. They were amazed when they saw how wise the king was. Dear students, these are the answers of the questions. Hope your all answers are right and you also enjoyed this play. Truly speaking, I also enjoyed this play very much and I have learned a lot of things from this play. Dear students, this is your home assignment, learning to write. Here you need to write an essay on honesty is the best policy. Students, you need to write on this topic in your notebooks. Okay? So, this was all about for today's session. We will meet again in a new session with a new topic. Till then, goodbye. Have a very nice day.